So I know this may come as a complete shock to people, but my flight's delayed home. What a surprise. So I got to the airport in New Jersey about 1 o'clock, and they said, hey, there's a flight leaving just around 2 o'clock. We can put you on an earlier flight. Great. Got on the earlier flight, arrived in Toronto at 3 o'clock, went up to the Air Canada lounge. I said, well, my next flight's not until 6 something, so I'll be able to get something to eat. And then 6 turned into 7, turned into 8, turned into 9, turned into 10, and is now leaving at 11:45 if we're lucky. If not, then there's no other flight tonight, and I get to spend the night in the airport again in Toronto. Fun times, folks. Fun times.
Yep, that's right. Again, I don't know what it is. Now, my flight's to my destination. So when I'm flying to New York, when I've been flying to Amsterdam, when I flew to Rome, when I flew to Florida, Vancouver, all my flights going to the destination, no problems. Problems everywhere in Rome, my case in Rome, when I was flying to Rome, every flight around me was canceled and delayed, and my flight was the only one on time. Out of like 15 flights altogether, booked, bang, mine was on time. However, that luck does not hold for my return trips. I got delayed in Amsterdam. I got delayed in Barcelona. I got delayed in New Jersey. I got delayed in Vancouver. I got delayed in Florida. I've got delayed in Los Angeles. I've gotten delayed going home in the last 5 months on every single flight. Every single flight. And I know people are going to say, hey, Don, the weather, there's been some bad weather. It was cloudy in New Jersey and New York. And yes, it was cloudy, but it wasn't affecting the flights that way to a great extent. In fact, on my canceled reservation, it says right on it, not canceled, delayed flight, big difference. Because my flight was delayed, it was delayed because of crew availability. They didn't have enough crew. Still, we're October now, folks. The summer rush is over, and we didn't have enough crew to man the plane. Who were we missing? A pilot. In fact, I was standing beside a pilot waiting to get on board. He was on standby to fly back to Ottawa to start his days off. And the stewardess, a lady who works at the front desk came up and she says, you're on standby, right? And I heard her say that we are, we're about to start boarding, but we're still waiting for our pilot. But we are going to start boarding. So we started boarding the plane again. That happened to me on my way to Amsterdam as well, with no pilot on board. Or only one pilot. We're missing a pilot, because some flights need 3 or 4, depending on how long your flight is. That's how many pilots have to be on board. It all depends on the length of the flight. So, my luck getting there, really good. Really, really good. My luck getting back, not so much. So, well, how late were we?
So, nothing like coming in and being the last flight again on my way home. There's nobody in the airport except for us who just got off. If you're flying with me, you're gonna be late.
So if you're flying and you see me and you're heading home and you see me waiting for your flight, you could probably get some pretty good odds right now that my flight's going to be delayed, which means your flight's going to be delayed getting home. Now, we're going to see how the next one goes, because I'm flying to Amsterdam on the 13th. And my son is not even going to bother moving out this time. He's just going to stay for the 11 days and just stay instead of moving out. But then I fly home from Florida on the 30th, just in time to get home for Halloween. Had my cruise arrived a day earlier, I would have jumped on Tony and Jenny's Halloween cruise, but because it doesn't, it arrives 1 day late. Once again, Tony and Jenny and I are missing each other by this much in our cruising. We'll have to put an end to that soon. I think we have some plans coming up very shortly where we will be back on cruises together. But yeah, if you see me waiting for your flight, I'm sorry.